Get off the right wheel.
Good morning. I got a few of you, huh? A lot of people always ask me why, Jay, why do you always say good morning? Ask me why. Man, I love how you guys ask questions. Can we all agree that every morning there's always hope and opportunity, yes or yes? You guys are the opportunity. We are the morning. We are the blessing. Amen? Oh man, we've been getting all East Coast trainings. Is it all right if I give you guys a little bit of West Coast drip? Now, like you mentioned, my name is Jay Figueroa from the Bay Area, Northern California. Anyone from California? Great. So, man, can we give Linda Scott Reed a round of applause, please? How about our Diamond Senior Vice President and birthday celebrant, Tupac the Rencourt? Platinum Senior Vice President, Kurt Keys. Another Diamond Senior Vice President. You guys waiting for it? Nah, Kurt Anderson. And they put me in between the diamonds. But that's a good problem, yes or yes? Because usually when you put that little bit of pressure, what happens to coal? Oh, turns into a diamond. So, my topic today is pop. Everyone say pop. Originally, it was made from the acronym of profits over points, but I also want to talk about production over pen. Is that all right? Now, I'm telling you guys a little bit of story because I usually like teaching everybody lessons through stories, if that's okay. Let's see here. So you ain't got to be smart to do this. There you go. Y'all see that? That's my first national event. Dallas, Texas. And I've been in the business for literally 10 years and 1 month. I signed up February 27th of 2009. If you notice everybody with that face, that emoji, no longer is with the company. That's my little brother to the left, my best friend to the right, and that's my second mom right there. He tried to get me in for 18 months, but I kept on saying no. Ask me why. Man, you guys are asking the best questions. I was all right back then. Around 2008, 2009, I was a manager at the mall. Not only that, I was a nightclub coordinator, similar to what Tupac and Kurt Anderson did as well. I was able to get friends, family, coworkers, people I didn't even know to literally line up around the corner of the building, to pull out their wallets, $20 at the door. Out the bra, $20 at the door. And they all danced in a small room like this, loud music and no lights. And they paid me $20. Ain't that crazy? So going back to this, it comes full circle. And the reason why I say that, if you notice, the guy with the glasses, a little chubbier, he was probably diabetic too. And I literally used to sit back up there. The lines used to be crazy. I couldn't get to the front because I was a little bit bigger back then. But I sat all the way in the top because people literally sat outside 6, 7 in the morning. I got hit a few times trying to save seats. And it got to a point to where I was sitting up there with my best friend, and I looked down. I said, man, I need to get down there somehow. He says, man, you got to become a senior vice president. And that's when they finally came out with the platinum position as well. But I said, man, I can't be going up these stairs all the time. And at the same time, as I was looking down there, I was amazed. I kept looking down. I was like, man, I want to train one day. I was like, how do I do that? They said, you got to promote yourself. And I didn't understand what they kept on saying. You got to promote yourself. I was so used to getting promoted by someone else. You guys understand that? In corporate America, when I was working as a corporate manager, it was real simple. In order for me to move up in corporate America, and I was only a manager, I wanted to become a district manager, they said four things had to happen. One, the person had to quit above you. Two, they have to get fired. Three, they have to get demoted. Or four, they had to die. Nothing happened. None of those four happened. Then when they told me a computer, everyone say computer. A computer promotes us. And I said, really? They said, just as long as you do the minimum requirements, as far as points and business partners, the computer will promote you. I said, what? You mean to tell me I don't have to work any extra or kiss anyone's butt or work harder than the next person to get that position? They said, no. You can literally outwork the person who got you in and get above them. I said, all right. So that leads me, actually, if I can go back real quick. I know Tashina's not in here, is she? That was her platinum promotion. So I seen her go from, I wasn't here as a senior vice president, I started as a platinum, one of my first platinum promotions, and I was just amazed. So for all the platinums and diamonds in the front row, I thank you guys for showing me our future. You guys paved the way, so give them a round of applause. Now, at the same time, I always tell people, our past does not determine our future. It only prepares us. So I've been blessed with a calling. Every night when I pray, I always tell God, I say, God, please, I don't care what it is that you want me to do, but if you want me to bless others, just put me in front of people. And guess what he's doing right now? You really think we call it? Hey, say, can we train main stage? No, it doesn't happen like that. They ask you to train main stage. And it was just a blessing. So whoever's hearing my voice through the video or through the speakers, guess what? You guys are being blessed right now. Now let's talk a little about Warriors. Any Warriors fans? We're all doing that because we're winning right now. Keep it real. So 10 years ago, you guys do have to understand where I'm coming from. And I love the fact that all the trainings that we've had today has led up to this because I didn't even know what everyone else was training on. It just led me to what I wanted to train on or what they wanted me to train on, and it's going full circle. So about 9, 10 years ago, I know you guys understand there was a recession, but there was also a team for sale. All right? It all makes sense once I gather it all up. But there was a team for sale 10 years ago. How many years? 10. And at the time, the Warriors in 2010, that's a little over 10 years ago, guess what? Was only worth $450 million for sale. Is that cheap? Think about that. And all of a sudden, someone saw an opportunity. Someone wanted to give them a chance. Everyone say chance. Exactly what you guys did with the company and the products, you guys gave it a chance. So Joe Lacob, if you don't know him and some investors and some friends, some very wealthy friends, said, we want to buy the Warriors. They even outbid another billionaire. You guys know who Larry Ellison is? Owns Oracle. If you guys don't know who Oracle, the big company, software company, they outbid him. Larry Ellison didn't think they were worth more than $500 million, and I think that's something that they paid for. He didn't want to outbid them because he didn't think it was worth it at the time. You guys remember when it was the We Believe chant that was going on in sports with Warriors when they defeated, where's Kwame at? I ain't gonna do it. But they defeated them, and guess what? People started to believe. Then not only that, Joe Lacob, not him, but the one before him, had to make some drastic changes. Everyone say drastic. To make sure that they were going to invest more money, make sure they're on the right path. They had to get rid of a lot of people. They got rid of the general manager at the time, which was unpopular, so they added this gentleman right here. He was the assistant general manager at the time, got promoted to general. Not only that, they got a new head coach. Anybody know who this guy is right here? They had to get somebody that already knew how to win. Everyone say win. He had the mindset of a winner. If you guys don't know who he is, you probably saw him play alongside with Michael Jordan, yes or yes? Right? He got multiple champions as well. So he had to get winners into the team. Does it sound familiar so far? Yes or yes? You guys have to understand is that things happen for a reason. And of course, every great team organization has what? A front office. The people that do stuff behind the scenes to make things happen. But my question is for all of you and for all of us is, who's your starting five right now? Who is it? We do know people just want to play for the money, go to a team and never win again, especially with the contracts they have now, yes or yes? But even with the discounted veteran, anybody know who the guy in the middle is? Boogie Cousins. Oh man, what? Hey, hold on real quick. What city are we in? What city are we in? You know what team he played for before the Warriors? You know who did not want to re-sign him? New Orleans did not want to re-sign him because he got injured last season. He got injured with Achilles torn ankle, I believe, when they said he might not be the same player that he is. And guess who he ended up calling and humbling down to? The Warriors. He gave him a call. He said, I'll take a discounted veterans minimum deal of $5 million. He said only $5 million. But he took it. But he called his journey a resurgence. He just went back to the gym, back on board, got back to the process to get himself back up to where he needs to be for him to get a multi-million-dollar deal. So I guarantee you, after this season, he's going to have all the agents calling him back, right? Now, if you notice, every single one of these players besides KD has been homegrown. Everyone say homegrown. You guys know what homegrown means? They literally just thought that this team came out of nowhere, yes or yes? They said, oh, they're an all-star team. But can you guys believe it took about 8 years, 9 years for them to be developed to the athletes or elite athletes that they are today? And there's some people that quit just because they don't get their quick start bonus. Ain't that a trip? Now watch this quick. Actually, no. And on top of that, we have something called bench players. Everyone say bench players. Bench players are the ones that step up, of course, when either what? The leaders or the starting five needs to take a rest. Every one of us needs a bench player and starting five, the ones that take charge and lead and the ones that are ready to take charge and lead when the time is right. All right. So when I posted that video online about New Orleans and at the end of it where TD Jakes says, you matter, trust me, you guys matter. You guys know who this guy is? Man, that's about 8, 9 years ago. At the time, think about this. At the time, he was injured when he got that deal for $44 million. For 4 years. Do the math. I'm not good at math. All I do is I know how to add, and I know how to multiply. But think about that. That's about $1 million every year for 4 years, yes or yes? At the time, it got to a point there was 2 players. There's 11 million, right? Yeah, 11 million. So there was 2 players they were looking at the time. One to let go and trade, and one to keep as a franchise player. You guys getting this so far? Everybody hated on what was going on because they got rid of the head coach. They got rid of the general manager at the time. And the 2 players they had was Monte Ellis and who? Steph Curry. And they kept on looking at it and kept on saying, man, who's going to be our franchise player? Is it the guy that with the glass ankles? They called them glass ankles because they would just shatter and break. That's why you always see him with braces on his legs. But they made a decision to let go of the best player on the team. Ain't that crazy? They said, man, he's the best player on the team. People got mad. They got real mad. How mad? Because he said he's the best player on the team, but you can't be the best player on the team and win a championship. You guys getting this so far? You got to make everybody else a better player just in case you need to take a quick break or need someone to step up. But he wasn't the best player. Ask me why. All right, since you guys asked, watch this real quick. Oh, are they not playing my video? Oh, they're not. Y'all messing me up back here. I'm gonna keep going through it until I see it.
Steph
there you go.
Curry
Hold
with
on.
the shot.
There it is.
0 to 100.
Stephen Curry, 6'3", 185 pounds, position, point guard. Stephen's explosiveness and athleticism are below standard. He's not a great finisher around the basket. He needs to considerably improve as a ball handler. Often struggles against physical defenders. Stephen must develop as a point guard in order to make it in the league. He will have limited success at the next level. Do not rely on him to run your team.
My actions being louder than my words. 0 to 100. Know yourself, know your worth.
Man, can you believe that was his draft report 10 years ago? You know what a draft report is? It's a player's report card at the combine as they show their skills and athleticism so that the other teams can see whether or not who they want to pick and choose for their team. Luckily, he was picked by the Warriors. Now, as far as what we do, especially in life, there's always two things. How many things? Two things that we get. One, we either get results, or two, the reason why we didn't get them. Especially when they play basketball. You notice when they lose, and I think last night was a little scam. They lost by 1 point. But they took an L, and they come back. But after that, I'm guaranteeing you they're going to go back to the gym. They're going to go back to the locker room and watch the plays on what they did wrong so they can correct them. And they're going to continue to do what they do if they know it's successful. Yes or yes? Just like exactly what we've been talking about all today when we're talking about there's a system that needs to be completed, and that's how you can become successful. So repetition is reputation. Yes or yes? Leader takes responsibility for creating production, promotion, and payouts for their IMRs and do it all the time. When? All the time. Triple P, production, promotions, and payouts. Have you guys noticed a lot of the belief system that people get from one IMR to another for their production is always based on what they made the last month? Crazy, right? If they make no money, what happens? No production. If they make money, guess what happens? That's production. We gotta get everyone paid. We gotta get everyone promoted. And not only that, we gotta make sure they keep on with the game plan. Now, the mindset that everyone's been talking about on stage all day today has always been the mindset of what we got. And I remember years ago when we were in this exact same room, this was actually a breakout room, believe it or not. For those of you that have been here for quite a while, you guys will probably remember that, but it was a breakout room. And I don't mean that to scare nobody, but I said that to inspire you guys that this isn't just a breakout room. This is our breakthrough room right now. You got that? But the question is, what level are you guys playing right now? And you have to be honest with yourself. You guys do understand the difference between one and the other, correct? NCAA, I don't know if you guys heard all the horror stories, but you do understand that they don't get paid. They get ramen noodles in the dormitory. On the other hand, NBA players get paid, yes or yes? They become professionals, yes or yes? Technically, NCAA, they're professionals in training if they even make it to the NBA. It's only a selected few. But my question is, what do you guys want to get paid? There you go. Not no ramen. Man, it's crazy. If you guys ever hear the stories about all these people going to college and not getting paid for what they're doing, but they're saying, man, they make a lot of money. I'm telling you guys right now. March Madness going on right now? What team's winning? Oh, we got a lot of Duke fans, huh? It should be 5 links. I don't know about no other sports right now. At the same time, the law of attraction is the mindset that I'm trying to get to you guys. With production over pen, I'm telling you guys right now, in order for you guys to actually get someone who you guys want to get into your business, you have to become the person first. Law of Attraction, that book that was really powerful when I first started reading it, which was The Secret. Everyone read The Secret? I didn't read the whole thing, I'll be honest with you. I only read the one that really stuck out the most, which is what? You will get whatever you are asking for. You have to be that magnet. If you want to make money, you got to be a money magnet. Now, I like it when I wear suits, because in order for you to become a senior vice president, you got to look like a senior vice president. You got to smell like a senior vice president. Look to your neighbor and say, you smell like a senior vice president. Look to the other side and say, you look like a senior vice president. And the reason why I like to dress up for events is real simple. To me, it's like my Iron Man suit. You guys got that concept? Because when you put on that suit, guess what happens? Things just gonna bounce off you. It don't even matter what it is. Sometimes when you're talking to people, I don't know if it's just us and the people in the front row, but you get that platinum diamond SVP mentality where it's like, man, I don't even know what I said, but I said it and it sounded good. I've been getting people coming to me afterwards and say, man, I love what you said up there. And I'm like, which part? Like, I forgot because I was in my SVP diamond platinum mode. You know what I mean? But focus is the biggest one. Follow one course until successful. Now, when I got in, I was lightweight coachable. Ask me why. Love how you ask questions. I used to make a lot of money. The nightclubs, manager, I thought that was good money. But all of a sudden, I had to humble myself. There was a situation, and I don't share this often with a lot of people, but I got fired from work. You guys ever watch Friday? I got fired on my day off. Something happened at work when I wasn't there, but since I was the manager, they didn't fire the person on the very bottom that caused the problem. They fired the what? And I was loyal to them, but finally realized they're only loyal to you until they no longer need you. But focus. The reason why I'm going to say this constantly is real simple. You have to be successful by following the blueprint. They allowed me to make my mistakes because I thought I knew it all. Then when you get to a point where you're not successful in your way, you have to humble yourself to follow that system. Yes or yes? A lot of people, even Diamond Kurt Anderson kept on saying it earlier, the grind, no story, no glory. You guys realize that people love drama? They want to hear a story, or else they're not going to say, hey, you didn't come from rags to riches. Would you rather listen from rags to riches or a golden spoon in their mouth to more money? This is what you call the grind. Reason why is because a lot of people that we're getting into our business have to go through the process of the grind. Yes or yes? Going back to him, 10 years ago, draft. They won a championship back then, but you saw his draft report. A lot of people didn't want to pick him up. And all of a sudden, guess what happens? That should be 4 up there. That should be 4. That other one, 2016. Yeah, see, we should have won that one too. That's another conspiracy I'll talk about another day. But in order for us to get into it, you guys have to understand is that the Warriors have a winning mindset. What kind of mindset? Winning is not only a mindset, but it's also a habit, yes or yes? It's a culture that we have to have. But to be committed, you need to be committed to daily results. Now, we do 5 links every day, yes or yes? But not every day. I'll go crazy if I did it all day. We do it every day, but not all day. So no matter where you go, if you have the ability to understand that you guys have 2 ears and 1 mouth, your business will go a long, long way. Accountability. I don't like being micromanaged sometimes. But that's something I had to humble myself because someone wanted something better for me, and I just didn't realize it. Some of your leaders up front want it as bad for you than you want it for yourself. But until it becomes a 51-49 ratio where you want it more than us, you're going to get stuck where you're at if you don't change that combination or that ratio around. And then the responsibility of having your own business. That's huge. As a manager, keep in mind, as a manager, if someone called in sick when I was working at the mall, guess who had to come in? Even when I called in sick, guess who has to come in? Or if you guys on the East Coast, if it's snowing and the snow's up to your waist, guess what your manager's doing? Hey, you still coming in, right? Think about that real quick. And one of the big ones is criticism. You have to have the ability to take constructive criticism. I used to get mad when someone told me I was doing something wrong. Like, man, like, I ain't talking to you no more. You keep telling me I'm doing everything wrong, doing this and that. Literally, when I started doing they said, you start presenting. Believe it or not, I used to present from the back of the presentation all the way to the front. I used to think, hey, you're about to get a Bentley. And before the Bentley, you get a BMW. And from BMW, you go from this and this, and all of a sudden I go all the way to the beginning to where it says started in 2001. I kid you not. Someone asked me, why are you doing that? I was like, I thought they'd be excited right off the bat. And I didn't understand that because I didn't follow the system. For 2 weeks, I was something called a 5-link. You guys know what a secret agent is? A 5-link secret agent basically is when nobody knows who you are or what you do. So I was smiling, walking around thinking, man, I'm about to be rich. I got this business opportunity at hand for 2 weeks. I didn't get no customers, no business partners. And they said, Jay, what you been doing? I said, man, I've been smiling. They said, well, aren't you going to get business partners and customers? I was like, nah, it's in my head. And I finally realized I had to get out of my head in order for me to get business partners and customers. But the main word is what? Ownership. That's all up to you. We as leaders cannot promote you unless you promote yourself. That's one of the biggest things I finally realized. But when I got into business on February 27, 2009, man, that's when I didn't have a job. I finally went back to my best friend. I said, hey, let me check out that opportunity. It was 400. And this is what you guys have to understand is that I'm so excited that I'm getting goosebumps all week. I was so happy I got goosebumps when I was sitting in the back of the breakout room, sitting on the floor. Ask me why. I found myself there 10 years ago, sitting on the floor, excited, and I don't know why. If you guys aren't understanding what I'm saying is that a cycle is coming back. A cycle is coming back to a point to whatever happened 10 years ago is going to happen again. Not only is it that recession that's going to be happening again, but the fear of most people missing out on what we're doing right now is going to be happening with or without us. My mentors kept on saying that to me. With the whole VOIP and global links, this industry will make money with or without you. I didn't understand that until other people were making money without me. You guys get that? And all the times I was on the very top, and I was actually on the top earlier today just to reminisce and think about what it was 10 years ago to be sitting all the way on top just looking down. And a lot of us, and I had a conversation with Late up there, and we had it about relationships, but I think it kind of resonates with what we're doing now. A lot of people in this room right now love 5 links, yes or yes? But the real question is, are you in love with 5 links? So to the lady on top, thank you for that. That was like an aha moment for me. We all love 5 links, but we're not in love with 5 links. You guys getting what I'm saying so far? Like, you can say you love it, but we got to go to work with it. That's the only way that we'll be able to get back to where we were before and even higher heights to where we're going. So like I said, CBD will make money with or without us. Now, you guys see most of this up here? There's a lot of fundamentals to basketball, yes or yes? You can shoot like KD, dribble like Steph Curry, defend like Draymond, pass like Boogie, and do layups like Klay Thompson. You just have to learn these fundamentals in order for you to play basketball. Just like our business, we have fundamentals for every single one of us to be successful. One of them, presenting the opportunity. The minute you get in or you get anybody into this business, the first thing you need to do is teach them how to present, regardless if it's verbally, one-on-one, or even the application that we have with the Legacy app. Just by showing them how to do a few buttons will teach them how to actually present. Another one is launching your business. We can never stop launching our business. We got to lead by example. Always in phase 1, getting business partners and customers, but launching our business is key in growth to our business. Another one is closing for results. A lot of people don't realize it, but remember, what do we do here? 2 things. What is that? If you thought there was anything extra on top of that, you are completely wrong. There's only 2 that's going to get you paid in this business. And another one which I think is very important to us is promoting events. We got to promote our events from events to events to events. An event is basically anywhere from a phone call to a one-on-one PBR to a BOM in front of a lot of people at a hotel to a national event just like this. That's what you call a snowball effect. You get that one simple concept that I can make money from my laptop and phone to now this in front of exactly what it is that we're doing. Their belief system goes up, yes or yes? Then we got to go back to manufacturing ETs, just like machines. We get them their bundles, bundle up. Not only that, push them in, push them out. Not only will that get you successful, but it'll help them be successful as well, because you're getting them paid. We don't have to convince anybody no more to get qualified, yes or yes? Nobody's signing up at $249 anymore. So if you think that $249 was a lot and you didn't get nothing, think about it 10 years ago. Let me go back. When I got in, they said, Jay, it's $499. I said, all right. Man, keep in mind, I didn't have no job no more. They said, Jay, you can put on a credit card. I said, all right. Gave my credit card. Said, Jay, you want to become a senior vice president, right? I said, yeah. All right, we get you your website. That's another $50. I said, hold on. All right, it's like $550. And then all of a sudden they said, Jay, you want to become a senior vice president, right? That's all they kept on saying to me. I said, yeah, why? They said, all right, we just signed you up for a regional, for a national event for $129. I said, whoa. And I wasn't tripping off that. All of a sudden they said, Jay, you want to become a senior vice president, right? I said, yeah, why? We got to get you a video phone. I said, how much is that? They said, $299. I said, remember, I only know how to add. And all of a sudden they said, Jay, we also got to charge you the $34.99 for the first month service. I was just like, man. And then they said, Jay, you're going to the national event? I said, yeah. Then all of a sudden they said, I looked at him, I was like, man, $129 for my flight and hotel? What? And they looked at me with a crazy face. They're like, what are you talking about? They said, that's just to get into the arena. And I was like, oh, man, I got played. But there was a bonus at that time where you get 6 business partners and you get 25 points and you got $3,000. So I looked at it, I said, all right, well, if I do hit the 5 and when I do it, I'll get 6 and 25, I'll get 3,000. Then minus all the expenses, guess what was left? I didn't care about the amount, but it was something called profit. You guys getting that so far? It was just plain profit because I invested and understood that I was going to make money when I did the work. I didn't get into it just to try it. You guys got people like that? It's like, I'll try it. Nah, just do it. They said, I'll try my hardest. I said, nah, just do it. Like, no, I'll do the best that I can. I'm like, no, just do it. I don't care if you do anything extra, just do what's required, the minimum requirements. And then sampling products and services, I'm telling you right now. Babe, do you have the P card on you? Let's give it up for Platinum Senior Vice President, beautiful Crystal Cadiz. She might be embarrassed, but I fell in love with her after New Orleans a few years ago. That's why I got a lot of love for New Orleans. Thank you. Now, in our team in Northern California, we invested in these little cards, made our own little P cards. These were actually approved by the corporate office. We just printed a whole bunch of them, and we made them for the team and sold them. But for 125 flyers, we sold them, and we got about 125 flyers for about $20-something. So if you divided that, these are only worth 20 cents a piece. How much? 20 cents. Now, Crystal loves to watch people limp or look hurt at the gym. Like, it's like blood to her. So she went to the sauna room. She saw some dude like limping. Said, oh, looks like you're in pain. I kid you not. All of a sudden she goes, I might have something that might help you out. How much was this again? 20 cents. She gave the gentleman one flyer that cost 20 cents and a sachet. Said, try it out. Because of the fact that she sampled the product, within 24 hours, how many hours? 24. He called back and said, it worked. How much is it for the whole jar? She said, $69.95. And this is a trick that I taught her. And for those of you that are in here and that saw my training in South Carolina, I'm going to tell everybody else in here, you got to be confident. What do you have to be? Confident. When you give somebody a paint jar, you just say $69.95 plus tax, and you just stay quiet. And you just stay quiet until it gets to a point to where they go, okay. And they just give you their credit card or their cash. And one thing I like to do, which you guys can do as well, is get yourself a little sticky price gun. Do the price, put it on the bottom of the paint cream, and when they ask you what the price is, say it's on the bottom. They will not question you. Reason being is because you're confident already, and it already says it on the bottom. Most of us, what's the first thing we do when we go inside a store and we look at it? We look at the price, yes. So when they look at it, I ain't got to convince you that it says $69.99 plus tax. So they won't question you. So from that one paint cream sachet with this little 20 cents, he called back the next day and ended up getting a paint cream jar. She profited how much off the one wholesale? $49.95, $69, right? Plus tax. All of a sudden, a week later, he calls back and says, can I get one more? And Crystal was nice enough to say, since you're a repeat customer, I'm going to give you what? Preferred pricing at $10. And guess what happened right before we left? And he was in a rush to get another one. He said, can I get another one? And guess what ended up happening? He got another one. And all of a sudden he goes, I got a friend that's already using CBD and drives about 35 minutes away just to pick up CBD. And all of a sudden she goes, here's the contact. He ordered 2 1,500 milligrams online from the website. You know how much that was total in profit? See, you got to be a student of the game. Know how much your profit is. You guys are the one writing your paychecks, not us. From that one pain cream sachet that she gave out, Crystal profited $155 from one customer off of 20 cents and a single sachet. Right? And the reason why I say that, you guys have to understand, that was just from one person, one sample. And at the same time, when we come back, guess what dude said? He said, do you guys remember that Go Baby? If y'all trying to do the Go Baby, make sure you do it before a PBR. I kid you not. Here, a quick testimonial. The night before, we got the third batch in. I drank it. They said 7 to 8 hours. I had a PBR at 9 o'clock. I overslept a little bit, so 8:30. By the time I got to the PBR, I sat down. Y'all ever get that rumble in the stomach? Yo, my stomach started rumbling. I started moving the table, my laptop, my chair, just to make noise to cover up my stomach. By the time we were done with the PBR in about 40 minutes, I looked at Chris, I was like, man, baby, I gotta go. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, I gotta go like a baby. So make sure y'all try that. I'm guarantee you right now, you're gonna have somebody that wants to lose that extra 10 pounds in a week or less. And they'll go like a baby. But going back to it, all she did was just do that. Imagine if she did it to 10 people and 10 people want pain cream or other stuff that's CBD. And the next one is developing yourself as a leader. You have to bet on you. Nobody else but you. Right now, we are at the end of chapter 3 of 2019. We got how many more months to go, or how many more chapters in 2019? You're all the author of your own book right now. Your journey depends on how you want to end it. I tell everybody that I'm excited for 2020. I ain't excited about 2019. I was excited about 2019 and 2018 because I understood what we did in 2018 was going to come in and very fruitful in 2019, and guess what it did? It did. Same thing that we're doing now. You guys know who MOMO is? I'm not talking about that little scary creature that they be talking about online, if you know what I'm talking about. MOMO stands for more momentum. So what we got to do is look for the real MOMO out here. MOMO got contacts, influence, and willing to play this game called 5 Links. MOMO was determined after their first PBR. Don't ever put no title, nobody saying that they're going to blow it up, right? Let's say they got 5 people, 10 people that show up and no one signs up. Or let's say they had nobody there, no one signs up, or no one even became a customer. That's not MOMO. But if 2, 3, 4 people come in and sign up into the business, ka-ching, who is that? That's MOMO. That's more momentum. And MOMO also determines which executive trainers and executive directors are in season right now that are on the bench. If you guys understand what I'm talking about, your representatives right now, as far as executive trainer, executive directors, they got seasons, yes or yes. There'll be hot one season, cold one season. But when they come off bench and they got one person that comes in that you can consider MOMO, you work that line as hard as you can, as long as you can, as deep as you can. That's where all your focus is, and it should be there. Not with the person that doesn't deserve your time because they think they just want you in their presence when they should be bringing you people to present and work with at the same time. And of course, when you get down to that bottom part where they finally got a well-functioning team, guess what ends up happening? Championship. Y'all see, you guys seeing the signs? Do not take a picture and say that Katie's in 5 Links. I know he's a free agent. I know he's a free agent at the end of the year, but he ain't going to 5 Links right now, unless you can get him, right? That's just showing you that it doesn't matter who they are. I see everybody doing 5 links. From this forward, every picture you guys see, you be seeing people doing this. You guys watch the TV show Power? You know there was a picture with them doing this. That's just signs for everybody. And once that happens, when you get multiple championships, man, but we're supposed to have 4, but we'll stick with 3. It becomes a legacy. You become a legacy once you get multiple championships, which we've done and which we are going to continue to do. But once that happens, the whole team wins. Yes or yes? Everybody start getting their rings. The only reason why I like talking about the Warriors is because they started from nothing back then over 10 years ago, and look what happened now. Homegrown champions. Not only that, they're literally the USA basketball team. Yes or yes? You guys got to jump onto a winning team. That's why our whole culture needs to be getting back to winning. If y'all want to know what winning looks like, watch the Warriors. If y'all forgot how it was to win, watch the Warriors, right? But of course, this recognition, this gentleman right here 10 years ago, they gave him the bad draft reports and that could never lead a team. He became the first unanimous back-to-back MVP in the whole entire, journey for NBA history. Think about that. You guys heard his draft report? That draft report is something that we all went through in the beginning. He ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen. They ain't never gonna make money. It's gonna go away in 2 months. Or am I the only one that heard all that stuff? I felt like that was my draft report when I was talking to people about this business. Remember that $450 million team we talked about 10 years ago? 10 years ago, they were worth $450 million. But the mindset of the new owner that came in said, this is a winning team. You have to be a visionary, yes or yes? You guys know what a visionary is? Or a vision? Vision is basically eyes is for sight. Keep that in mind. Eyes is for sight, but the mind is what vision can see, or your mind can basically have that vision. So you guys have to see the bigger picture. But $450 million 10 years ago, guess how much they cost now? $3 billion with a B. 10 years ago. And those are current numbers right now. You guys remember this one? I'm gonna catch the coattails of the corporate leadership and the leadership up in front, because I do believe in 2022. And this is possible. Now, as I was on top, I actually took pictures of the convention, of where we're at right now. And I told myself, I was like, there's no way we're going to fit in this room in Atlantic City. This ain't ever going to happen again. Yes or yes? You guys have to get on the same boat with us to make sure that this doesn't happen again. We got to force corporate to make a bigger room, because if we do the math right, everybody pull out your phones. I told you I'm not good with math. Let's say, and I like the movie 300, but of course with 5 links, so we got to add a 5. So imagine if there was 500 people that went to work this month, multiply that by 2 for next month, what is that? All right, multiply that by 2 again for the following month, which is what? June. Multiply that by 2 again, because everyone had to get their 2, right? Now multiply that again by 2, and then multiply that again by 2. Now imagine if all 500 people got to work, multiply that by 2, multiply that by 2, multiply that by 2, that's 16,000 people by Atlantic City just from this room alone. And trust and please believe, y'all need to get on Derek and Cynthia. You need to get on their hype right now. You guys need to get on Kwame's hype right now. Linda Scott Reed's hype right now. The Warriors hype right now. Whatever winning teams out there, you guys need to go along with it. rub shoulders with them, because you never know when that magic starts to happen in your life. And look around. This is one vision I had a few days ago. We used to have a lot of Filipinos, yes or yes? Well, now it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There used to be a lot of Haitians in our group, yes or yes? Now I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I say that jokingly. Reason why is because I put out a little post on Facebook of all of the flags of every country. And when I saw that, I said, man, we got to get a senior vice president or platinum for each flag that's out there. If y'all want to get onto my hop, I told myself, man, I got to get a leadership in every single one of them and ask them a simple question. Hey, I was wondering, do Haitians get pain? I'm trying to open up your community. Do Filipinos get pain? I'm trying to open up the community. Oh, they get pain too? Man, they all got pain. That's a huge one. I'm looking to open up your community. Have you ever heard of CBD? I kid you not everybody knows about CBD right now. Especially if you get that one leader from one community, from each of those flags. Everybody say money. Now, I got one more clip before I end this right here. Hopefully it's the right one. Oh, not yet. Remember this guy? $44 million for 4 years, broken ankles and all. Unanimous MVP of the NBA. Is worth $201 million for 5 years now. I told you there's signs. There's signs. There's signs. It's coming. But I told you guys from the beginning, CBD and 5 links will make money with or without us. So would you rather make money with us or without us? So keep that in mind. So the process, like they said, is 3 to 5 years. In some cases, maybe taking longer, but don't ever compare them. A lot of people thought it took me overnight to get on this stage. 10 years full round around the circle. You saw my trainings on stage, but I wasn't the one training them. You guys heard what I said? I had previous platinums training my trainings because they didn't know what to train or how to train it. You guys know what a ghost trainer is? You know, in some worlds, like music, they have other people write their stuff, and they're just the face of it. Yeah, that's all it was. That's why my name came out of their mouth all the time. You see this right here? It's a nice-looking X6. It don't matter if I cut you off, you're still going to see 5 links in your face. If you see this out in Northern California, a black X6, all black tinted, you don't even know who's driving it because it's so dark. But the reason why I put it on there just to remind me why I got to that position so I can continue the journey from one house to the other. And that's all it is. And eventually, every single one of you in here is going to get one. Regardless if it's a BMW or a Vance or a Tesla, whatever the case may be, just as long as 5 links paying for it, you need to represent. Now, I know I'm off my time. I got one more video before I close it off. Let's hear it. Hopefully they got it ready to go.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.